Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my in-depth talk on costume college. I really wanted a chance to sit down and share with you my thoughts on all of the pieces and how they can impact your trip in the future. Last video I talked about whether or not to bring a friend, some packing essentials, as well as how to find the right balance for your trip. So if that interests you, definitely go back and watch that one. This week we are going to cover the freshman orientation, what it's like being a first timer, volunteering, as well as my in-depth thoughts on the gala. There are 2 more videos ahead in this series, and now let's get into it. So one of the things they highly recommend that you go to is, as a first timer, is called freshman orientation. It's the very first class. It's the only class at 8 a.m. on Friday morning, and they do that so if you are really new, you can go and feel like you get all of the information in one place. I will say, as someone who is very anxious about doing a lot of things, I have a lot of anxiety. Before I left, I spent a ton of time reading through every single detail of the handout that they gave me. I probably had read it through like 6 times by the time I actually went on the trip, just refreshing myself on information, making sure I had everything I needed, all of those things. If you spend that much time in detail with the packet, with the handout they give you, I don't think you need to go to freshman orientation. The only things that happened at freshman orientation that I would not have gotten to participate in had I not gone, were getting a ribbon, and they did a raffle, which I think this is the first time they've ever done the raffle, but it was a really quick little, you got a bunch of ribbon or something like that. Which was fun, but I also felt like I spent enough time with the watching videos online, reading the handbook, that by the time I left, I didn't need the freshman orientation. So again, I'm gonna leave that up to your discretion. Also, it's really nice to go and see all the new faces. So if you look around the room and you're kind of not memorizing faces, but looking at people's faces and going, oh, in a class, I know that's also a new person. I can talk to them about being a newbie or that kind of thing. That was also nice, but I really felt like the information that was in the presentation that they made was the information that I got in the handout. So I'll leave that up to your discretion if you decide to go. Volunteering. One of the things about costume college is the entire thing is run by volunteers. No one is paid for their time, and they will, at some point after registration, request that you volunteer your time to help out. The volunteering tasks that they put out are very simple. Often it's like helping people set up at the costume exhibit, or helping to set up the raffle before the gala, those sort of things. Those are the things that I volunteered for. There were many more things. There was tech, you could help with the tech crew, you could help with the information booth. I think there's a million different genres of volunteering that you could do. And I would say I actually really enjoyed my volunteer experience. I got to meet people that I wouldn't ordinarily have met as someone who was a first timer and someone that went by themselves. Additionally, I got to talk to a lot of the ladies who have been running this for a really long time and get some sort of a behind the scenes picture of what happens to get costume college ready, what sort of things they're thinking about for next year, those sorts of things. I also got to speak for an extended period of time with Heather of Truly Victorian. She's the pattern creator and owner of Truly Victorian. She came in to view the costume exhibit, and we ended up chatting for about 15 or 20 minutes. And I actually got her professional help on verbal help, not obviously physical help. I didn't have my stuff there with me, but about how to properly fit a Victorian corset. This is an experience that I would not have gotten to have with her. Her booth was incredibly busy the entire weekend, and although she was being incredibly generous with her time, I was not going to be the person that walked up to her booth and asked her to give me a full rundown on how to fit a corset. She probably would have, but I also loved that I not only got to see the costume exhibit, but also got to have this really personal one-on-one chat with someone who is a leader in the industry. Also, volunteering can be a great way to fill, if you are there by yourself, it can be a really great way to fill some gaps in your schedule where you maybe wouldn't be in a class, you wouldn't be getting ready for like the costuming event that evening. And, you know, it made me feel less lonely. I could go and talk to people and sort of fill that gap in time where I wasn't just sitting in a hotel room all by myself. Also, it's really great just to give back. All these people are putting so much time and effort into making this event for us to go to. I felt like it was a really important thing to do, to at least pitch in a little bit and give some time back. The gala. All right, I wanted to talk about the gala. I would say the gala is one of the things that I am the most torn about with Costume College. Apologies, Neville is tearing a toy in the background if you can hear that. So the gala, to be really frank, the gala tickets are, I think, $85 or $95 depending on when you buy them. I originally decided not to go to the gala. And when I got there were still tickets available, and some of the new friends that I had made were actually going, and I was like, you know what? It's a very rare occurrence to get to do this thing, and I really wanted to go and experience it. And I'm glad that I did. And I am completely 100% 50-50 torn about whether or not I would do it again. You go, there's a cocktail hour beforehand, and you have a seated dinner, and then there is a raffle and silent auction as well as dancing later in the evening. The cocktail hour at the beginning, as well as the raffle, the silent auction, and the dancing at the end are open to everybody who doesn't attend the seated dinner portion. So the only thing that you are getting for your $85, $95 ticket is dinner. You're getting a seated dinner, and that's it. The bar is a cash bar additionally on top of your dinner. I'm being completely honest here, the food was awful. It was bad. I've eaten at a lot of hotels. I've worked in the entertainment industry for a very long time. I've eaten in hotel restaurants. I've had catered events catered food at hotels, and this was bad. It was really, really not great. My chicken was not cooked all the way through. And that was all I got additional to anything that anybody else could get at this event. It was so fun to see everyone in costume. It's really amazing. This year, for COVID reasons, I think they did not do the red carpet, so there wasn't that anticipatory build up at the beginning. Everyone just sort of showed up and got a cocktail and sat at their table. We ate, and then that was it. That was the only thing that we got over your normal ticket price of the event that you're paying for. I would say this portion of it was 100% not worth it. The other thing that it did was create these sort of two weird groups. There's the group that's going to dinner and the groups that are not going to dinner. The group that's going to dinner, you obviously want to show up in costume and do all those fun things. But the people who weren't going, I spoke to some friends who didn't go, and they said it was sort of awkward. You get dressed up and then you have nothing to do for hours at a time while you're waiting for the dinner to finish. There's no entertainment provided for those people, and they just stood around. I mean, I think they went to dinner off property, but you know, that's hard. That can be intimidating to do in costume if that's not something you're super comfortable with. Yeah, I don't know. So it created this weird dynamic, and then by the end of dinner, we're all just waiting around for the raffle that we've all, you know, donated to, and that was fun. But the people the people who didn't go to the gala were expected to wait outside until the moment where they were let in. It created this really weird, like, haves and haves not dynamic, but also the people that had, I felt like what I paid for was not worth it. I don't know if $85 is worth it for a chicken dinner and this weird, like, my friends were outside and I wasn't, and maybe it's just encouraging all your friends to go to the galas so that you can all sit around and have fun. But the cash bar additionally was, a glass of wine was like $14 on top. There was no included drinks except for water, which to me is like, I've already spent $85 on literally a plate of chicken and a iceberg salad, and then you want me to spend another $14 on a glass of wine to go with that. I don't know. I really, if there's anyone from the committee watching this, and I will definitely be providing this feedback to them in the survey, but there needs to be something done. There needs to be something either please provide more things that make the gala feel special for the people that are spending $85 on a plate of chicken, or I don't know, it feels like it needs a switch up. It needs something to make it feel more cohesive. I don't know. Maybe I missed the point. Maybe I missed the years when it was better. I have no idea, but I don't know. So now I'm completely torn. Do I next year go to the gala and spend an exorbitant amount of money on a not great dinner and drinks? Or do I exclude myself from that, but then have nothing to do for hours and hours? Like, why would I dress up in costume just to sit around for hours and wait for the dinner to be done? I don't know. There's like, I feel like both sides of the coin were not great. So I don't know. If anyone has any suggestions on how to make it better. We were saying, even if I was talking to some friends and they said that even if there had been an activity to do, nothing expensive, nothing gala worthy, but like bingo, or I don't know, like a movie, or some, like maybe you show a historical costuming movie or something during the meantime, but something that allows the people that are not going to the dinner and don't want to spend the money on that, but to have something fun to do and a reason to get together and interact with people. I don't know, the whole evening, it was this whole build up to the gala, and that whole evening just felt like, I don't know, like a wash down the drain. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe next year will be better. I'm definitely going to put a lot of suggestions in the suggestion box. If you went and you have differing ideas, I would love to hear your other opinions. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. I don't know. I have no idea, but a little disappointed on the gala event overall. Well, I hope that was interesting. I definitely had some strong thoughts in the gala. I do want to reiterate that I really did have a good time. It just felt off. It just felt awkward somehow. And I really would love your input as well as the committee's input on how we can all work to make it a really wonderful experience for everyone. Don't forget to come back next video. We're going to be talking about the bargain basement, the LA Fabric District tour, as well as the actual hotel that we stayed in. If that sounds interesting, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and every subscription helps, including yours. I think that's all for now. I hope you're all safe and happy wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon.